Please, please, please. Oh, working. Oh, working. Gonna pull it up on YouTube to see if it's actually working. Boop doop boop boop doop boop boop. YouTube, stop trying to tell me to go to bed because I won't. Oh, boo boo da 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 da. Need to find it. There we go. Okay, it's working. Yippee! Alright, need to take this link and bring it around town. Bring it around town. Did anyone else grow up watching SpongeBob, or were y'all normal? Not sponsored, not sponsored. Why is her waist shrunk to all hell? Anyway, wait, did I remember to unlock the brush? Well, we'll just have to make do. It's fine. Not sponsored, not sponsored, not sponsored. Men, don't be like this guy. In fact, nobody be like this guy. Fuck this guy. Shut the fuck up, webtoons. I'm not gonna humor your shit. I mean, I don't know. I might one day. But that day is not today. Anyway, where's my little animation I made a while ago of Charlie blinking? Because that's what we're gonna just have on screen while I spread this link around. Boop. And everyone. Should I share it to Tumblr? Would that be annoying? Fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyway. It's a happy birthday celebration. Making the Tumblr post. Sorry if I can't see the chat right now. I'm busy doing other things on my phone. Today is the birthday of my OCs, Charlie and Clarice, and I'm live streaming to celebrate, and I would love it if y'all could join me. Yeah, put all the tags on it. And post. Okay, now let's pull up the live chat. Hey, Marley! Hello! Hi, Marley! Marley, I know you probably don't know shit about my OCs, but today is their birthday! So I'm doing a birthday stream for them. I think I can find Clarice's reference sheet, or what I have so far for a reference sheet. I've been working on her design. Her design is a work in progress. Here she is! This is Charlie's twin sister. I have some inspirations for the kind of thing I'm going for with her design on the right here. Yeah, Charlie's twin sister. And of course, my titular bitchular, Charlie herself. If you know any of my content of any of my OCs ever, you've probably seen her. I draw her very often. She is my Skrunkly, my Scrimblow, my Blorbo, even. Oh yeah, Peach Blossom Cookie. This was for a thumbnail for a previous video where I forced my brother to guess the genders of Cookie Run Kingdom characters. Fun fact, Peach Blossom Cookie literally made him walk out of the room completely. He walked out of the room completely because of that femboy. I was laughing so hard, I couldn't breathe. Here's some other stuff I've been working on. Been working on making a leopard seal selkie. Because in the tail of the selkie, it's typically a gray seal. So I thought about, like, what about other kinds of seals? And then I discovered leopard seals exist. And they're basically what if dolphins, but cuter. I recently saw that. I saw it. It was so funny. Yeah, a bunch of school stuff I'm working on. Son's bloodline, biologically, not her, like, adoptive family. These are some of the most recent drawings I've done of my OCs. Blair, I just drew a little drawing of her because I had to do some stressful life things, and so I got to draw a big woman as a treat. But then, like, randomly, one evening, I was listening to audios on TikTok, especially because more so I was looking for things relating to the new Tomodachi Life game coming out, because I'm very excited for it. And I found this one audio where it was like, oh, my love grows where my rosemary goes, and nobody knows like me. And for some reason, that just made me think of Charlie being an adoptive, like, parental sort of motherly figure to Blair's teenage siblings, Rosemary and Russell. And it's very funny because Charlie is a fraction of the Shaw family's size. Both because they're werewolves and also just because she's generally very small for an adult woman. So I just had this funny mental image of her, like, picking up Russell and, like, that one image. Even though, like, he is, like, multiple times her size. He's far bigger than she is, yet she picks him up like a baby. And it was like, while I was drawing that somehow I just got back, after so long of being busy and unmotivated, I got back my ability to just draw, just for funsies, just because I wanted to enjoy it. So, naturally, I drew more of my OCs. Here's my main trio, Sun, Sapphire, and Victoria. Sun is the blonde one who looks tired of everything. Sapphire is the brunette jumping in the background. And Victoria is the one with the black hair and pigtails, like, laying down on the ground in the background. But, yeah, that weekend, just sitting there, I just got back my ability to draw. It was the weirdest thing. But I'm glad I have it back. You wanna know an adorable creature? Japanese snow angels, they're the cutest birds ever. If you've never seen one, look it up. It's actually adorable. Thank you. By the way, if you ever have any questions or, like, comments or thoughts on my OCs, please share them. Please share them in the live chat. I would love to talk about them. I love talking about my OCs so much. But yeah, I think for this stream, I'm going to do a lot of drawing of Charlie and Clarice. Because, you know, today's their birthday. Earlier, for a little while now, I've been working on Sun's, like, biological family bloodline. I was figuring out, like, the last names. So, yeah. Needless to say, I've kept myself busy. Happy birthday to your OC. Thank you. Oh, I can see that, yeah. Oh, my love grows where my rosemary goes, and nobody knows like me. I don't know what about that song just magically restored my ability to draw, but damn it, here we are. I know it's a classic question for me, but what are Charlie and Clarice's favorite colors? Oh, Charlie's favorite color is red. I think I've mentioned it before. Because it's a very, very eye-catching and very versatile color. And for Clarice, her favorite color is purple, specifically, more lavenderish shades of purple. I'm looking for a funny picture. Redraws. This one's perfect. This one is perfect. If y'all have any duel requests throughout the stream, please feel free to let me know. Because I will do them without hesitation. I keep wanting to just, trace the figure completely. I'm like, no, brain. My art style is cartoonier, goddammit. By the way, how many of you guys are excited for the new Tomodachi Life game coming out? I've been waiting for this shit for years. I'm so excited. You can bet your ass my OCs are going on my island once I get the game. Did I draw her boobs too big, chat? I think it's because I drew her shoulders too wide. This is why I can't just trace the figure. I have to keep things in mind. Do they have a favorite flower? Ooh! Well, Clarice is... Actually, so... I have 4 of my OCs, Charlie and Clarice included, who are demigoddesses, but not in the Greek mythology terminology where they're... one parent was mortal, one parent was divine. But more of, these divine beings who were essentially reborn as mortal-like beings so they could experience what being a person is like. And Clarice is the demigoddess of life and fertility, so she loves all living things. She doesn't really have a favorite. And yes, that includes all of them. Everything from a fawn to a mountain lion. And that also applies to her love of plants. She loves them all. From the smallest weed to the greatest garden. Charlie, though, Charlie definitely has a favorite flower, and it's dandelions, otherwise known, mostly by me, as wishing flowers. Because Charlie, among other things, is the demigoddess of magic and wishes. And also, she's just, wishing on dandelions ever since she was a kid. So, yeah. Also, they grow fucking anywhere. They're spiteful, and they're pretty, and they do magic. How could she not love them? I'm so hyped. Am I allowed to cuss? You are more than allowed to cuss, dude. I have a sailor mouth. I have a potty mouth. Me say bad words. Me say bad words. So, I can't really, hold anyone else to the standard of not cussing in my chat, because I cuss to my chat. I do so lovingly, but I cuss to my chat, so... it'd be a little awkward if I tried to tell you can't cuss, but I can cuss. So, yeah, you can cuss. Go right ahead and cuss. I encourage you to cuss. Oh, it's so interesting. That's actually adorable. Thank you. Okay, I had to ask. I'm very willing to ask before doing so. Thank you. That's very polite of you. But yeah, I can't expect my audience to have anti-potty mouths when I admittedly have a potty mouth on the internet. So yeah, no, you can cuss. Ippy. Ippy. You totally shouldn't check your DMs. Boy, what did you do? What did you do, little boy? Little boy, what did you do? Are there 102? Actually, they are 252 now, I think? Because I look like one too. Well, Charlie moves like one. Also, I think I mentioned this in the comments section, but Venom Doe and Pom Pom Doe were recently added, so where are they on your little list that I loved helping out in so much? Honestly, they're probably gonna both go into Rainbow Daycare because I put Mold Dill Cookie there just because I thought it was funny, and also because, like, as far as we know, they could be, like, 5 minutes old. I love treating characters that were created in a lab like they're 5 minutes old. I don't know why, it's just very funny. Also, the idea of that big, bulky man being in Rainbow Daycare surrounded by all the little kids is the funniest fucking mental image to me. So, yeah. Hang on, I gotta get back into the stream so I can see the chat. There we are. I'll say fair if they're siblings, so that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I probably haven't mentioned this, but my OCs in the Awaken world, that's the name of my series. In the Awaken world, a lot of like humanoid but not human creatures, like for example, witches, which is a part of what they are. But witches don't age by years like humans do. They age by decades. So I say they're 120. They're 252 now. When basically that would just translate to them being 25. They've got their fair share of 25th birthdays to go before their 26th. But they still enjoy celebrating their birthdays by spending time together. Ever since fate kind of tore them apart and eventually reunited them, they've basically spent every birthday together. For as much as they can, at least. Clarice lives in the Garden of Life now. Charlie lives in her weird-ass magic fucking house. But they all always take time to make sure that they spend their birthday together. They've been very close ever since they were young. BRB, gotta go do some real fast. Take your time, take your time. You guys excited for the new Tomodachi Life game coming out? Tomodachi Life Living the Dream? Dude, I've been excited for this shit for years. I've been waiting for this shit. Yeah, I'm so fucking hyped. Also, that direct was so fucking funny. Like, honestly, that truly encompasses the game of this, the spirit of the series, of the video game, honestly. Because the simplest way I can describe Tomodachi Life is world's most insane sitcom, the video game. That's Tomodachi Life. I really love that they kept the chaotic nature of you not really having a whole lot of control over the lives of your Miis, even though you have a little more control now, because you can introduce them to each other and make them talk to each other, but you still don't have complete control over your lives. They can still fuck around and find out. And I love that they can still fuck around and find out, because fucking around and finding out was a big part of the charm of the original game. And if they removed that, it wouldn't be Tomodachi Life. I'm sorry, it wouldn't. I mean, characters made in a lab technically are 5 minutes old, depending on how you think about it. Yeah. Sadly, I do not have a game system or to play Tomodachi Life. Aw, that's okay, dude. I'll share a lot. Whenever I get the chance to play, I promise I will try to share some of my experience with you. You can live vicariously through me if I manage to get the game. I think I should be able to convince my family to get the game, because I know my family has a Switch, and I know, like, when I was younger and I had Tomodachi Life on my 3DS, I know sometimes my mom would also play, so, like, it wouldn't just be for me. I know it's a game my family can enjoy. Ooh, I just had a great idea for Clarice's design, because her design really has been a work in progress that I just really haven't gotten the chance to get around to. It's making her clothes like a flower, but, like, strangled by, like, a vine around her waist, just to, like, give her some extra interesting shapes. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Also, one great thing about me getting into the Cookie Run Kingdom fandom, one thing that was great for my art was that sometimes I learned, no, I don't need to fully draw hands, actually. Sometimes a nubbly is enough. Sometimes a fucking nubbly is enough. Also, do you mind if I talk about Cookie Run Kingdom's chat? I would love to just summon Lauren to this because I think it's funny. I mean, I know the stream is mainly about their birthday, but, like, I can't deny my audience their Cookie Run Kingdom obsession, because I know I have also spent many years being obsessed with this game. Please try to keep most of the chat relevant to my OCs, but you're more than welcome to ramble about Cookie Run Kingdom stuff also. But, like, I really would like questions about them if you have any ever. I would greatly appreciate it. Oh, yeah, of course, of course. Cool. So, like, for the twins' dynamic throughout their life, anyone who knows my characters knows that Charlie is the most chaotic thing to breathe oxygen. She is insanity incarnate. She's a mad woman who loves her family members very dearly, but that love is often expressed through the way you would expect it to be expressed by an incredibly crazy person. She's a little, She also solves most of her problems by biting and generally just being a fucking goblin of a woman. And yeah, this is the one of the twins who has kids. Well, that's better than nothing, I guess. But yeah, Clarice has always been the one who's sort of like reeled her sister in as much as she can. Like with my 4 demigoddess characters, it's the 4 of them kind of have like rock, paper, scissors, but if it went both ways kind of thing. So like for these 2 specifically, with Charlie beats Clarice Charlie is the one who's constantly protected Clarice throughout their lives. And Charlie would basically fight God for her sister, for any member of her family, really, but especially her sister because this is her only biological family member. The girls were adopted and don't really remember their past. And with Clarice beats Charlie, she's the one who has to reel her sister in from her chaotic bullshittery to make sure she doesn't hurt herself, or sometimes she understands that she needs to. Like sometimes she reels Charlie in, and other times she knows that Charlie is an idiot, and sometimes she has to learn things by hurting herself. Trying to figure out where to place the lines to make it clear she's like shaking her head like, no, Charlie, no, don't do that. Yeah. Speaking of Cookie Run Kingdom, do your OCs have favorite types of cookies? I think I did a stream a while back where it was Charlie and her gender bend, Charles, with whom she has a very sibling-like relationship, doing Cookie Run Kingdom Smash or Pass. I don't know if that counts. Well enough. Yeah, I've been meaning. I kind of wonder if I want to redo that stream, but forgot her name. Who's the black hair one again? They both have black hair. They're fraternal twins. The one with the red sketch lines is Charlie, the more chaotic of the twins, and the baby girl Blorbo I think about on a nearly constant basis. I forgot the L in her name. And the one with the purple sketch work right here is Clarice, the more rational, the sort of voice of reason of the two, but that doesn't mean she is unwilling to absolutely whoop ass if necessary. Especially because she is the embodiment of life. Life isn't always all puppies and flowers. Sometimes it's tigers and poison ivy. You know, the more I think about her, the more I realize sometimes that in some ways, Charlie is kind of like H.P. Lovecraft, but without the racism. Man, it would be so funny if I said that and then just didn't explain myself. Okay, Charlie it is. Okay, honestly, you know what she would look perfect in? Your costume from... Yours costume from Spy Family, since she's chaotic to protect her sister. She's chaotic in general. Sometimes that chaos is directed at protecting her family. Sometimes that chaos is directed at just fucking around. I've never watched Spy Family, but I've always meant to for the longest time. And then I just never fucking get around to it. Two animes I do like, though, that I've watched a lot is Apothecary Diaries and The Disastrous Life of Psyche K. Disastrous Life of Psyche K is fucking funny. I don't care what anyone else has to say. That shit is comedy gold. You haven't? No. I know it's a super popular anime. I know I should watch it. I've just never gotten around to watching it. I'm sorry. Have you seen Demon Slayer? No, but I have seen a lot of people who are fans of Demon Slayer. I don't watch a lot of anime. The only anime I've watched is the Pokemon anime, which I've been watching ever since I was a kid. Apothecary Diaries, Disastrous Life of Psyche K, as I just said. And also recently started watching, with my mother, I recently started watching Cells at Work. That is honestly a good show. Like, genuinely very informative, but also, you watch this show and you're like, God damn it, how the hell is this human they live inside of constantly getting into fucking emergencies? Having, like, constant fucking medical problems. You know, like, I don't want to spoil it. The only animes I've seen are... I don't want to even try to pronounce that, and Precure, Black and White. Oh yeah, I did watch, when I was younger, I did watch, I know the proper name is Precure, but I knew it as, Glitter Force. I watched that shit religiously as a kid, and honestly, that writing was genuinely funny. Like, they had genuinely good writers on that show. I don't know what they were paying them, but it wasn't enough. But, yeah, I think that was, like, my very first, like, magical girl anime. And the only one I've ever seen, yeah. Normal people grew up watching Sailor Moon. I grew up watching the Americanized version of Smile Precure. Can you tell I am Caucasian? Oh my god, you watch Glitter Force too? Hell yeah, another Glitter Force watcher! I was very sad when I learned that they took it off of Netflix, but then I understood why when my dad did some research. Because I remember my dad and I were watching, like, we used to have this tradition, and, like, I was visiting home, and my dad and we used to have this tradition where, past bedtime, I would go into his office with him with some snacks, and we would watch videos on his computer. It was our sort of daddy-daughter thing. And during one of our video sessions, our more recent ones when I was visiting home from college, we decided to watch things from shows we watched growing up. So he showed me the first episode of He-Man, and we had fun making fun of it together. I also got a very fantastic reaction image that I'll have to find at some point, because it is so funny. It's like the face that the king makes near the very end, like after everything's been resolved. It is just like such a great reaction image. I don't know why. It is just so truly funny. But yeah, then we wanted to watch Glitter Force, and like we tried to find it on Netflix, and it wasn't there anymore. So my dad got curious and did some poking around, and he found out that it was because they basically like fucking westernized it. And now I kind of want to see what a like non-butchering it, like a non-whitewashed dub of Glitter Force would be like. Because I know technically it's called Smile Precure. I know I should call it Smile Precure. But I'm sorry, to me it will always be Glitter Force, because I knew it as Glitter Force as a child. I'm sorry. What? No. Okay, now we fucking talk about Glitter Force. I absolutely fucking love Rascal. Who the fuck was Rascal? The Jester. Can you tell my memory is shitty? I couldn't remember who the fuck Rascal was. Ever notice how quickly people are to get obsessed with Jester-themed characters like Hugh Morris, Shanama Cookie, Rascal? Now I kind of like Jevil. Now I kind of want to know what would happen if you took all of the really popular Jester-coded characters and just left them in a room to their own devices just to see what happens. Took candy away from the main 5 in season 1 finale. It pissed me off. You want to know who my favorite villain was? Who I thought was the fucking funniest person ever, because she was. My favorite villain... Might have been too loud. My favorite villain growing up was Bruja the Witch. Bruja, her name is fun to say, first off. But secondly, she was so funny. She's always making magical shit, and then the other two fuck around with her shit, and then throw it away. That's like the plot. Every time she's the villain is that she lost some sort of magical item, because Idiot 1 or Idiot 2 threw it away without even like fucking asking her. Also, her dialogue. Her dialogue is just written very funny in general. I tee-heed and dare I say ha-ha'd every time she was the main villain of an episode. Also, wasn't there like this one security guy who she like kind of bonded with, like they're kind of friends, question mark? That shit gave me life. Hell yes. Love how Humorous pulled every bitch on that island. I'm sorry, I know I've been talking about Tomodachi Life a lot, but I'm very excited. But I love how Humorous just effortlessly pulled every bitch on that island. And I truly wish him and Dr. Winters a very long and happy marriage. And they both turn to kids. Yes. Most chaotic rose session, probably. Do you remember that episode? Or I'm just very good memory. I do remember the episode where they turned into little kids. And I remember it also that the security guard guy that Bruja kind of bonded with. He like told her, "Hey, by the way, you're famous. I saw some little girls drawing you in the dirt." Like he genuinely thought it was like this sweet thing. And I love that. I love this random security guard man. I love him dearly. So here's my little doodle of the twins. What do y'all think of them? Oh, wait, I should add little lines here to make it look like she's like shaking her head like, no, Charlie, that's not necessary. Too much. Yeah, we'll just leave it the way it is. What do you think of them? What do you think? Oh, they look perfect, amazing, such a wholesome moment. Ah, yes, a wholesome moment of a sister offering to kill for her twin. Nothing's stopping Charlie at all. Clarice can try. Clarice can certainly try to keep her sister under control as much as she can. But at the end of the day, yeah. There is no negotiation. By the way, sometimes I do have some times where I stream in character as my characters. And Marley Knight, a bunch of things that are part of your username that I don't even want to try to pronounce. I need you to promise me that when I stream in character, that you will bully my OCs as much as you bullied me during that Cookie Run Kingdom stream. I need you to promise me you will bully them as much as you bully me, because it is the funniest shit ever. Oh, absolutely. Thank you, Marley. Thank you dearly, Marley, darling. Yeah. I really do love the twins. Like, their dynamic is kind of like someone telling Clarice, like, referring to Charlie, "Get your fucking cat, bitch." Oh, she doesn't bite. Yes, she do. Yes, she fucking does. She very much fucking does. I mean, they're part vampires, so, like, it's not her fault. It's not her fault that she bites people. That's not her fault. I should draw Clarice with, like, blood around her mouth at some point. Or, like, several of my OCs should be drawn covered in blood. But I think the one that a lot of people don't expect me to need to draw covered in blood at some point is Clarice. Because first of all, blood is the liquid of life. Every single animal has blood or every living thing has blood or some blood-like substance in it, and she is the demigoddess of life. There's also the fact that she's part vampire, and also Clarice isn't vegan because she understands that living things eat living things. That's just a part of being a living thing. And before you say, but what about play? But what about herbivores? First of all, a herbivore would eat the corpse of another animal if they came across it. There's no such thing as a vegan in nature. Also, carnivorous plants. Plants also consume living things sometimes. She would hate if she kills someone if it's on purpose or accident. She would probably hate herself. If Charlie's killing someone, it was probably comedic manslaughter. If Clarice has to kill someone, it's because they royally fucked up. For as sweet as she is, and she is definitely the sweeter out of the two twins, she's far from harmless. Again, she's life itself. Yep. Well, my tablet is at 38%. I've drawn something for the twins for their birthday. It is streamed for their birthday. Would y'all be alright with me calling it a night? We chatted, we talked. I'm so glad y'all were here to join me. Happy birthday to both of these motherfuckers. Thank you all so much for joining me. And have a lovely rest of your evening. Bye-bye.